Welcome to another Fireside Chat here. And yeah, the month of October is over, and I did have, as you saw from the title, a big loss. And I am defining, big as in one trade wiped away several total days worth of profits. And I'll just hop right in, and this will kind of lead and open up several different, hopefully, learning points that I can share with you, to just for you to consider as from trader to trader, and also offer up an explanation to some people that are just simply not aware of a risk versus reward strategy form that can be used within strategies. So let's just first get to this loss, and then I'll kind of add some more context to it. So as you see on the screen right now, if you would just look over to the far right, the overall trade cost me $2,463. So $2,463 lost in one single trade. So yeah, that one trade wiped away several of my winning days. In fact, what I want to do is we'll put up another image on the screen, and you can see it's kind of a graphical representation, but that red bar, pretty darn big. I mean, it definitely gobbles up several of those green bars. So that is what I mean by a big loss. Now let's move into this, because the first learning point here, and more so just FYI, is risk versus reward. Meaning, Clay, and maybe you've seen it in comment sections, you're going to blow up your account, you're going to blow up. And as I said time and time again, and here I am, I'm going to say it again just to float it out there, that my strategy, when I lose big. It's going to take away lots of profits, as you see right here. But this is what I've kind of come to call my risk versus reward strategy. And it's not like I came up with this. It's just how I explain it. But it's the insurance model. How does an insurance company make money? Well, let's just take homeowners insurance. You're paying in $100, let's just say every month. But what happens if your house burns down? The insurance company has got to pay for that. And it's going to cost them a whole lot more than what you ever sent them. That's the power of insurance. But how do insurance companies still make billions upon billions of dollars every year? I mean, insurance, that's like a great business to get into. How do they do that? Well, they have a high win percentage. Or in other words, there's a high likelihood that your house is never going to burn to the ground. But when one does burn to the ground, they take all the other payments that they've collected, and then they use it to pay off that. But when all the dust is settled, they're still in the green. And now up on the screen, you can see that when all the dust has settled for my month, even with that one big loss that wiped away several days, I still cleared over $11,000 on the month. So there's my point is, yes, my strategy, it does have big losses when they do happen, but it's a very, very high win rate strategy. The percentages are very much so in my favor, and you have a perfect example of that here, where one trade literally wiped away many days, but when all the dust had settled, I still came out quite profitable on the month. And I've shown this before with a bigger losing trade. I think the video of that title was one trade wiped away 7 days worth of profits. I'll put that link down below in the comment section if you're watching, or not in the comment section, but in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're at the site itself, just down below the video, I'll put a link to that. And you can see where I explain this whole insurance model risk versus reward strategy again. So that's the first point is, yeah, when I lose, I do lose big. But there is more to risk versus reward than I'm going to risk, $1, but I'm going to go for $5. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's another way you can manage risk, but there are other ways out there. The other point that I want to get across is this is the importance of having true faith in a strategy, because it's very, very, and I see it all the time, but it's very easy to take a loss and then totally abandon the strategy and say, well, that doesn't work anymore. I got to go do something else. No, the power of a true strategy is just stick with it. And that's what I did here. And as you already saw, and if you want a closer look, we'll put the monthly screenshot down below. But everything came out okay, because I do have a strategy that I truly trust in. And that is the importance of why you have to get to that point, and why it's important to actually have, because a lot of people say, well, yeah, I have a strategy. But then you always wonder, but is it a true strategy? And a great test of a true strategy is when it doesn't work, because there's no perfect strategy. So eventually all strategies will fail. But do you have the confidence, do you have the trust to keep on using that same exact strategy? And if you don't, that's probably a sign that sure, you think you have a strategy, but when it comes to the true strategy, you may be lacking there, and that's something to just remember, the power of a true strategy. Another point I want to get across. This is why, and this is total sales pitch mode here, but when I'm sales pitching something that if you do the math on it, it breaks down to $1.90 per week. I mean, cut me a little slack here. This is the power of surrounding yourself with other quality traders. I run the chat room. It is my chat room, yes, but I still benefit from other members just as much as I hope they benefit from me. But when you're around other people, when you're around other quality traders, they're gonna keep you on the right track. They're gonna help you see stocks that you may have missed. And there were stocks over the course of October that I was just not aware of. I only have 2 eyeballs that other people alerted me to, and I was able to make profits from them and put myself together a nice solid month. So just consider there is power in joining a chat room. Now, I would argue with some prices, I see some of these prices for chat rooms and it's like, really? $99 a month? Really? $300 per quarter? I don't know if that's quite worth it because the payback period on that becomes very difficult. But my chat room is $99 for an entire year, 12 months. So one trade can literally pay for the entire, the entire year in one simple trade. So that's something else to consider, and that I, hope to show here is, yeah, there really is power in surrounding yourself with other traders. And then finally, losses happen. And that's just, you still get it. And I'm not mad about it. Clay, you never show your losses. Clay, do you ever talk about your losses? And even though I did a video a couple months ago, again, I'll put that link down below where I do kind of explain actually how to use claytrader.com to search for things that will show you the losses. But yeah, I lose. I never want to come across like some sort of trader that never has losses or anything like that. Now, have I posted months where there's not a single loss in them? Yeah. But like I said, that kind of goes back to the insurance strategy. It's a high win rate strategy. But the point here being is, I don't want to come across like I never ever lose. Yes, I lose. And as you saw there, when I lost quite big. But because I have a true strategy, because I'm part of a chat room and part of a community where I'm surrounded by other quality traders, quality people, you got to just stick with it. And you can see that when all the dust settled, I still walked away with a nice solid month. So hopefully, that can kind of offer some insight into some various dynamics of, the strategy of the chat room community, and just of the fact that I'm like everybody else, I lose too. And that's just part of being a trader. So yeah, hopefully you decide to maybe give the chat room a try. If not, that's totally cool too. But get out there and find yourself a true strategy. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the inner circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.